Today is Cinco de Mayo! We're going to celebrate and do a special edition here on Cool. Don't be lazy! No, my friends. I'm not going to make no burritos. Don't be stereotyping. Today we're going to make tripas. Oh yeah! Let's get started! So the first thing we want to do is get rid of these stupid glasses and roll up the sleeves. The next thing we want to do is get rid of the stupid accent. And we're going to get ready to make some tacos de tripas. This little package is 2 pounds of tripas. We're going to get dirty real fast. Tripas. If you guys don't know what that is, that's the small intestine of a cow. So what we need to do, we need to rinse out the insides of the intestine just to make sure we get all the poo-poo out. The poo-poo and the pee-pee. Got to get it out. So take each intestine, open up the hole, and just let it flow. Let it flow. Let it flow. So some people believe in skipping this step of rinsing it from the inside out, because apparently the processing plant is supposed to take care of it for you. But I ain't trusting them. All it takes is for one employee to be mad one day, and he's going to say, the hell with it. I'm going to send some poo-poo and some pee-pee to a customer. Give them a little special Cinco de Mayo surprise. It ain't happening to me. So I'm going to do my due diligence, and I'm going to rinse mine out from the inside out. So I'm just letting it go right through the intestine. And what you're looking for is this other end here. You're wanting the water to come out a little bit clear. Once the water's a little clear, then that intestine is pretty much clean. If it's brown, it's still got some poo-poo in it. So you don't want the brown in it. You don't want the brown in it. So this takes a while, so we're going to fast forward here so I can clean out the rest. If your intestine starts to grow like this one, it's because the other end's a little clogged. Where's the other end? That's a long one. That ain't no small intestine. That looks more like a big intestine. The large intestine. I'm going to go ahead and cut them so they're a little bit more manageable. Start a pot, water, start boiling it. Throw in your tripas. Now some of you may want to know about this fat here. We're not going to remove that. We're not going to trim it. That's where most of the flavor's at. So we're going to get this to a full boil. Once it's boiling all the way, we're going to drop the temperature down to about a medium high. How long we're going to boil this for? Let's say 2 hours. We're going to check up on the water constantly, I should say. If the water levels are too low, we're going to continue to add water. We're going to boil this for 2 hours. So we're about 2.5 hours in. As you can see, we still got some water. I'm going to go ahead and crank it up to high. We're going to get all this water boiled off. So when you're down to just a little bit of water left, there will be a decent amount of oil in there. That's from the tripas themselves. It releases a lot of fat. So you'll notice a lot of grease in there. That's perfectly fine. We want that. But as the water level gets low, let's throw in some seasoning. We're going to do some garlic powder. We're going to eyeball it. We're going to throw in some salt. Eyeball it as well. Now that packet that I bought was only 2 pounds. This stuff shrinks. So 2 pounds of tripas is going to be maybe technically enough for one person. So if you're making for a lot of people, you better load up on that package. So here's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to boil it all the way down where the water dissipates, and the only thing left behind is the tripas, of course, plus the oil that the tripas generated. So we're going to end up frying it within its own oil. So once you start hearing snap, crackle, and pop, go ahead and turn your stove back down. So I dropped this back down to a 6. And what's left behind is a little bit of water and a lot of oil. This is its own oil. I haven't added any extra oil. So we dropped the stove down to a 6. And now we're going to fry it. So first boil, then fry. All in the same container. As you can see, it's starting to fry up a little bit. So keep an eye on it and stir it every few seconds. And you'll know when it's ready. If it's limp, it ain't ready. Don't try doing this in a pan. Got to do it in a pot. The reason we hear a lot of snap, crackle, popping is because it's mostly oil now. And there's still some water left in there. So when water and oil mix, it pops. These babies are looking good, but they're still limp. We gotta fry them up real good. Ow! That got me. So how do we know exactly when they're done? When they're fried. There's no limp to it. So I still got to slice and dice my onion, my tomato. Gotta heat up my tortillas. I was slacking the last 2.5 hours while this is cooking, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the tripas out of the oil. I'm gonna put them in a plate lined with paper so it can soak up some of the extra grease off the tripas. Oh man, these are looking good. Can't wait to dig into it. So I've got this sartén over here, this pan over here heating up with some oil so I can heat up some tortillas, some corn tortillas. That's this bad boy right here. Corn tortillas. Time to heat those up. That's going to take me a few minutes. Alright. So when you're done heating up your tortillas, got my tortillas heated up. Chopped up some tomato, onion, cilantro, a little bit of queso blanco, and some limes to squirt on the tacos. So those who watch my videos, you guys know what time it is. Time to plate up. Nothing better than some tacos de tripas on Cinco de Mayo. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget, cook, don't be lazy.